Tonight, the first of 3 visits by the New York Knicks.
Forward number 54, 6'10" from Pittsburgh, Charles Smith. At forward number 34, 6'9" from Virginia Union, Charles Oakley. At center number 33, 7 foot from Georgetown, Patrick Ewing. At guard number 50, 6'2" from UNLV, Greg Anthony. And at guard number 3, 6'5" from Oklahoma State, John Starks. The head coach of the Knicks is Pat Riley. His assistant coaches are Dick Harder and Jeff Van Gundy. The trainers are Mike Saunders and Tim Walsh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup for your Miami Heat. At forward, number 41, 6'8" from Michigan, Glenn Rice. At forward, number 43, 6'9" from Eastern Michigan, Grant Long. At center, number 4, 6'11.5" from Syracuse, Ronnie Sankley. At guard, number 20, 6'6" from UC Santa Barbara, Brian Shaw. And at guard, number 3, 6'8" from Michigan State, Steve Smith. The trainer of the Miami Heat is Ron Culp. The assistant coaches are Alvin Gentry and Bob Stack. The head coach is Kevin Lockery. Tonight's injury.
And when the Knicks have missed 5 of their first 6. Rice for 3. Got it.
Excellent ball movement. Excellent ball movement by the Heat. Cycli had a shot that he couldn't take, but reversed the ball to Rice to give him the open 3.
Glenn Rice with his 78th made 3-pointer this year. And the Heat up by 7. Starks fires away and collects his first field goal.
John Starks coming off a good baseline screen. The Knicks like to run their shooters off low post screens, settle on the baseline.
And Starks coming off a 30-point night last night. Anthony got a piece of Shaw's shot. And the Knicks look to turn it up. 8.5 to play here in the first quarter. Miami leading by 5. Ewing for the set shot. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, he can shoot that perimeter shot.
With turnaround for Smith. Got it. 4 different Heat starters have scored, and Miami leads it by 5. Anthony with a left hand. Ewing with a putback. Second field goal for Patrick Ewing.
Looking well rested, very active this early stage of the game.
11-8 Miami. Rice on the move. Shaw with a rebound inside. Rice with a putback. What hustle by Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice never brought the ball below his outstretched arms, which you must do if you're an offensive rebound.
Change for either club off that first time out. Ewing over Cycli.
Well,
Patrick Ewing has his 3rd field goal.
Well executed. Ewing coming from the weak side on a low post in this team. It's on the floor right now.
The left-hander Anthony fires away and connects. Greg Anthony, who averages a little over 7 points a game, gets his first 2.
Slow and rotating that time.
Cycli against Oakley.
That's a great play. That's a great play. Nice pass by Steve.
Anthony left open.
Boom. 2 for 2 for Greg Anthony at the perimeter. This is not his usual percentage.
Although he did go 3 for 3 in last night's win. But on the year, Anthony at just 40% from the field. So the Heat lead it by 2. Long on the move. Lost the ball, but it pops to Rice. 5 on the shot clock. Oakley with a strip and steal. That is typical New York Knicks defense. Gets it back for Smith. Ewing drains it. Patrick Ewing with 9 here in the first. Miami leads by 4. Smith a long 3.
Oh my, Steve Smith made a tactical error running for the offensive board, but the Knicks were slow enough to allow him to recover.
Smith guarding Anthony Mason here in the final seconds. Now he switches back to Blackman.
Another two-man play for Rivers.
Here's Blackman popping free and popping in the jumper.
But that was the target. The two-man play was just a mask to lure the defense away from Blackman, who came off a good screen.
Cycli open out of the corner. And that ends a very Coles aims a three. And Ewing inhales the rebound. Patrick Ewing already with 9 points and 7 boards.
Heat assistants calling out single-double. This is for Orlando Blackman. He's got his shot.
Worked to perfection, didn't it?
He can make it.
The New York Knicks with an intricate half-court offense. Miner down on the block. Finds Askins. Ewing with a stuff. Cycli gets it. And hits it. And a foul.
Give Keith Askins.
And a technical foul on Anthony Mason. Terry Durham tired of Mason's overactive lip, and he slapped him with a technical.
A technical foul has been called against the Knicks' Anthony Mason.
Despite the technical, I really like this kid. He's come from hard times.
On Sally guarding Ewing with help. 11 now for Ewing. Harold Miner looking to get untracked. Hasn't been able to yet. Out of 6 on the shot clock. Coles, long 2. Coles gets it back. Grant Long with his first field goal.
A great pursuit by Bimbo. Got his own missed shot. Nice assist play to Grant Long.
Miami up by 6. Ewing on the move. Scores again. Patrick Ewing now has 13 points, 8 rebounds, and that will end the rest for Ronnie Cycli. He's on his way back in. Rice guarded by Tony Campbell.
Maybe put another hand on.
Sally lets it fly. And we get a whistle inside. This one going to go against Ewing with great position. Easy lay-in for Patrick Ewing, who now has 15 points.
All that ball movement was just window dressing to get the ball to Ewing in great position, but Cycli has his too.
Ewing with the defense and the rebound. Rivers finds Blackman. And Grant Long goes flying. Let's see what this call. Knicks trail by 4 as Campbell slices it to 2.
Tony Campbell can score the ball. Proved that in the 3 years he was at Minnesota, averaged 24 a game in those 3 years. Well, that's great defense.
Rivers knocked it to Blackman and gets it back for the slam.
Well, that's nice defense and the conversion to offense.
And we are now tied at 44 with 4:16 left here in the first half. And clock for the Knicks as Blackman finds an open jumper.
Orlando Blackman, he's getting shots within his rhythm.
Orlando Blackman, a 19-point per game man, has 6 tonight. Smith's pass for Cycli, knocked away and stolen by Blackman. Cycli with a big rebound.
Big board and put back.
Ronnie Cycli with 13 points and 7 rebounds. And the Heat lead by 3.
Another two-man play. This will be Anderson and Campbell. Smith goes well under the double.
Tony Campbell lets it go and drills another. 3 second-quarter field goals for Tony Campbell. And the Knicks trail by 1.
Campbell, the screener, got enough daylight to get that ball back. Cycli.
Oh, nice spin, but he lost control. Ball goes over the board out. Here's Ewing on the baseline.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you, Patrick Ewing on short jumpers, turn-in hooks, spin backs to the basket. I don't know who's better in the NBA.
Off the Cycli handoff, returns the favor.
That's well executed. Two-man play. Smith and Cycli. The Cyc man's got it going.
He sure does, Jack. He's got 20 points already. And again, the Heat lead by a dozen. Campbell. Tony Campbell has been knocking down jumpers all night.
Now that came out of a double team on. Oh, Rice got called for an offensive foul. Offensive time.
Campbell lets it go quickly. Anthony Mason inside with a scoop.
Very strong Anthony Mason. Great pair of hands, great timing, and great tenacity at the offensive board.
Anthony Mason, who was born here in Miami, but grew up in Queens, New York. That's his second field goal tonight. Shaw for three. And Mason down with a very aggressive rebound. Greg Anthony has been quiet tonight. Mason guarded by Long, and Anthony Mason with two in a row.
Mason has an unusual jump shot, Eric. Spins it off the left hand. Near steal.
Here's Starks for three.
Big play.
John Starks nailing the three-point field goal.
From a near steal to a three-point score, that's a 5-point turnaround.
Under 6 minutes left, third quarter. The Heat lead it by 4. Smith with a nice spin, but he's called for an offensive foul. So Steve Smith picks up his second personal foul and has some words with Patrick Ewing. That was interesting. Third period. Rice way off. Anthony finds Campbell for the dunk.
Campbell ran out as Glenn Rice shot the shot.
Mason indeed.
Oh, that's nice play.
Very well done by Anthony Mason.
And then
Tony Campbell on the move. Oh, what a nifty reverse by Tony Campbell, who now has 14 points in the game.
he beat Brian Shaw on a cut from the weak side.
Smith finds Shaw. Cycli. Oh, Ewing blocked it away. And Greg Anthony, I think, carried. John Starks with an athletic play.
Yes, indeed. I'll tell you, Starks is an irrepressible little guy. Strong driver to the basket.
Starks in his fourth year, went to 4 different colleges, finished up under Leonard Hamilton at Oklahoma State. Smith with a turnaround.
That's right.
You know, if Steve Smith gets hot, he could figure prominently into this finish.
Yeah, see, that's a matchup that if Smith can get his post position like he did that last time, he can score some points on Starks.
Smith has 13 points tonight. Ewing finds Anthony.
Oh,
nice ball movement.
Great ball movement.
Tony Campbell.
Oh, that's excellent play. That's excellent team play by the Knicks.
Tony Campbell with 16 points off terrific ball movement. Miami by 3, minute 35 left, third quarter.
Fine passing by Ewing tonight. Sight has him one-on-one. He's got to go with it.
Got him up in the air.
Oh, boy.
And he got him to commit the foul. And this is something that Ronnie Cycli has been able to do throughout his career, Jack. With
excellent defense by the Heat.
Starks knifing through and getting the field goal and the foul. Terrific sprint. Smith gets it to him. Cycli coughed it up.
There's a walk. Wasn't called.
Starks missed the 3.
Big rebound.
Oh, what a rebound for Cycli. Mason knocked it away. But what a huge rebound for Cycli, who now has 24 points.
Let Anthony shoot it if he wants. But not this guy.
Anthony Mason with that awkward-looking left-hand jumper. He has 10 points in the third quarter, a dozen for the game. Smith. Shot it wide left, but an excellent. 5 on the shot clock. Cole's in trouble. Sally lets it go and hits.
Big hoop for John Sally.
A very big hit for John Sally.
Had to have that shot because the shot clock was running down. Sally nailed it.
And the Heat lead by 8 with 8:50 to play.
This is going to Ewing.
Rondo Blackman for three. Blackman with his first three tonight, number 20 on the year. And the Heat keep running. Sally all the way.
Got Sally on a slammer. Big time play. Good pass by Steve Smith.
John Sally with 6 huge fourth quarter points. The Heat lead it by 8. Mason got free for the slam dunk over Cycli. 14 points now for Anthony Mason. 95-89. John Starks defending Coles. Rivers all over Smith.
And Mason is defending Cycli. No problem for Ronnie.
No problem at all for Ronnie Cycli, who has 28 points. He's a basket away from a new season high. Cycli having a splendid night on both ends.
Pat Riley has taken Ewing off Cycli.
Here's Ewing for the running hook.
Oh boy.
Pretty shot.
Big league shot.
Well, both guys bringing their best stuff. Ewing with 28 points and 11 rebounds.
Good double.
Starks. Anthony Mason with a follow. 16 points now for Anthony Mason. He also has a dozen rebounds.
That was some shot by Starks, too. He was behind the backboard.
4.5 minutes left. Miami leading by 6. And a whistle inside. Ronnie's got a nice bounce. Got 1 of 2, so the foul does pay off. 99-94. Miami by 5. 4:01 left.
Two-man play. Rice, they're hoping for the switch, and they get it.
Coles gets free. Gets
that's
2.
A great play, Bimbo. Protected the ball. Used the basket to keep the shot blocker away, and got the score. Big play.
101-94. As Bimbo Coles made it happen off the pick and roll. 3:41 left now. Nice pass by Ewing into Mason. Here's Ewing again going to the middle and getting the field goal. Ewing got the block. Also got the rebound. Mason ahead of the field. And the Knicks right back in it. 101-98. 2:58 to play. Anthony Mason. 18 points.
That play coming from the defense.
Here's Smith being chased. Heat need a bucket here. 8 on the shot clock. Sally got fouled. 2:98, 2:33 left.
Two-man play.
John Starks finding Mason for another slammer.
Great pass, two-man play. The Heat wanted, their game plan was to double that. John Starks threw all the defenders and found Mason underneath on a nice play.
Anthony Mason, 9 for 13 from the field, has 20 points and 13 rebounds.
It's going to be a back pick so that Cycli can get at the pockets. He's got it.
Bumps with Mason, threw off the shot, and Ewing free to swoop in for the rebound. Well, the Knicks will now look to tie it up. We are under 2 minutes.
Got to watch the three-pointer here, too.
Starks, and we are tied at 102. 14 for John Starks. And with 1:47 left, we start all over. The Knicks bench up and standing. This is the first tie since 44 all. Smith. We get a whistle inside. 104-102. Miami leads by 2. We are in crunch time. Minute 25 left.
Good rotation.
Sally and Ewing got all tangled up inside.
Perfect form on that one, Eric.
This one for the tie. Once again, we're all tied. 104 with a minute 19 to play. Rice. Doc Rivers finally comes down with a red-hot basketball. Now the Knicks look to take their first lead all night. Under a minute left.
Blackman and Ewing, two-man play.
Here's Blackman. Sally with a rebound. And the Knicks still have never seen the lead. 40 seconds to play. We are all tied at 104.
Going to clear the side. Let Steve Smith go to work on Rivers.
Tough shot. Excellent defense by Doc Rivers. That'll be a blocking foul on Bimbo Coles. The Knicks want the basket to be counted. They will not have a chance at that. With 23 seconds left, John Starks has given New York their first lead of the game.
Heat will take a timeout after this free throw. Big one.
Rice with a rebound, and the Heat call timeout. The ball game simply on the line right now. 22.7 seconds to play. The Knicks with their first lead all night, 105-104. What do you see ahead for Miami, Jack Ramsey?
Well, I think they'll take the first good shooting opportunity they have. Sometimes if you wait too long, if you wait to get the last shot of the game, sometimes you don't have a good shot. I would expect 3 players to be involved. Glenn Rice. Well, it's going to be Glenn Rice and Bimbo Coles on a two-man play.
Down to 9 seconds left in the game. And the Heat turn it over. Oh, what a disappointing possession for Miami. Rice appeared uncertain, and now the Heat had to foul Rolando Blackman, who is an 82% foul shooter.
Pressure situations.
Rolando Blackman, who has just 10 points tonight. These two are big. The Heat can still tie it with a 3 if Blackman hits this one. He does. And the Heat call timeout.
3-point shooters on the floor. See if we can shake one of them loose.
Gets it to Shaw, and Rolando Blackman with a quick foul on Shaw. That's a terrific play by Blackman, I think, orchestrated off their huddle.
Yes, that's a down a 3. Now you've given the team a chance to win the game at the free throw line.
Well, let's find out. Put it off the backboard. Mason got the rebound, and Mason got fouled with 2.1 seconds left. So the strategy was plain and simple. That's a long shot to work, and now the Heat a long shot to win.
Not an especially good free throw shooter.
Misses the first. Mason just a 69% foul shooter, and he's 2 for 4 tonight.
Heat must have this rebound.
Miami,
the inside positions, and Glenn Rice to get the middle if it misses long.
The Heat are out of timeouts. They need a 3 to tie. And the Knicks will win 108-105. A terrific comeback and victory on the road for Pat Riley's Road Warriors. The Heat led it by 8 late, but they could not hold on.
That's a great win for the Knicks and a tough loss for the Heat, who played well enough to win, but the Knick defense denied it to them.
Pat Riley all smiles as he troops to the New York dressing room. Terrific game, disappointing finish. 108-105, the Knicks by 3. And for Charles Smith at small forward, Smith has the flu. Grant Long guarding Charles Oakley, 2 of the NBA's foremost blue-collar workers. Patrick Ewing banking it home.
Power move, Ewing, right up through the defensive effort.
Ewing in his 8th year out of Georgia.
Game, he's got to make better decisions with the ball when he penetrates.
Ewing on the strip of the ball. Nice pass by Shaw in a cycling. Contact, but no call. Anthony all the way. Blackman takes it away from Smith and puts it in.
That's aggressive work. Knicks very aggressive at both ends of the floor. Ronnie Cycli trying to draw a foul that last possession.
Heat doing a nice job defensively, their own. Ewing with a floater. That's his second field goal.
Patrick Ewing has a variety of shots. His
New York. Rice from 22.
There's a good.
Rice. Rice averaging nearly 27 a game through his last 7. He has been on target, and he ties us at 6.
We've almost played half the period, Eric. 6 points.
Here's Blackman for 3. Got it. Rolando Blackman with his 21st three-point goal this season.
I commented the other night, Rolando feels, when he feels well, when he's physically strong and solid, he can play as he used to. When he's hampered, he just can't get into his game. He had a good feel on Friday. He has another one tonight.
Blackman, of course, an 11-year member of the Dallas Mavericks before coming over in the trade in the offseason. Ewing with a rebound. Anthony on the attack. By Shaw. Past the goal of the foul. Very solid move by Greg Anthony going to his left.
Yeah, good. Greg Anthony is left-handed. You got to make him come back to his right.
Averaging just 99 points a game.
Well, part of that is the fact that Anthony Cycli did a nice job ripping that rebound away from other offensive players.
Anthony from the top nails it. You see the Heat going under the screen. They'll give Anthony that jumper.
They will. He knocked down 2 in the game on Friday.
Starks open. Got it. John Starks, who averages 16 a game, gets his first 2.
John Starks has acquired maturity and is one of the top 5 officials in the NBA.
Ewing again with the aggressive double team.
Teammates will cover them.
Even with the game on the line, we saw it in the final seconds at Miami when Ewing doubled Rice. That was an amazing defensive play by Ewing. Now Starks called for his second consecutive foul. And the Knicks now go over the limit. And a technical foul charged to John Starks.
He needs to keep his cool.
Well, the Knicks have been a little bit frazzled last couple of nights.
See, if you want to call fouls on the Knicks, you can call those fouls all the time. Patrick Ewing trying to cool off John Starks does it by giving him a forearm shiver to the chest.
And he just did the same to Steve Smith, who was eavesdropping on.
Well, and he'll do better as his playing time increases. That's good play by Glenn Rice to cut off the baseline.
But Rolando Blackman found Patrick Ewing for his 3rd field goal. 6 for Ewing, 5-point Knick lead.
Patrick Ewing can make the open jump shot. He can jump hook you. He can power it to the basket. That's a nice move. Got hit on the arm.
Tipped out to Tony Campbell. Anthony
that's good
back
pass.
to Campbell.
That's an excellent pass by Greg Anthony.
And Tony Campbell made the wise play, giving it up to the point guard early enough to get it back. And the Heat call timeout. 2:28 left. Play at Philadelphia tomorrow night. Heat go to Detroit for a game Tuesday.
Look out.
Uh-oh, another 3 for Rolando Blackman. His second of the just underway second quarter. The Knicks by 9. Doc Rivers letting it go to Oakley, who draws the foul and scores.
Now the matchup.
Knicks handle it well enough. Blackman on the drive. Gets it, and another foul. Oh, the Knicks have really been attacking with success. Down by only 6. Minor with a splendid play.
Excellent pass, Bimbo Coles.
Minor with a great catch and lay-in, then stopped to check if the photographer he landed on was okay. Anthony Mason from the perimeter.
Transition score.
Miami had got to within 4 until that Mason field goal. Isolation quite often here in the second quarter. Oh, string music for Mr. Minor, who has 3 field goals here in the period.
We commented, Harold's been struggling with this game, but it's all coming together tonight.
Couldn't come at a better time for his Miami Heat. Knicks call timeout with 7.5 left. Ewing spinning to his left and knocking down the jumper. He's got 8 points.
Defended pretty well by Cycli that time, but Ewing has such great control of the fall-away jumper.
Almost impossible to stop that. A 7-footer shooting a fadeaway. Minor will be called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, he hooked.
Second foul on one out of Ronnie Cycli. Go out and double team the pick and roll. Well, they don't want that. A wide open slammer for Anthony Mason.
The rotation goes first to Ewing, but the weak side guys have to protect the basket area, and Kevin Lockery is going to talk it over.
He wants a 20-second timeout with 5:59 left here in the second quarter, and the Knicks leading by 6, 42-36. Cycli's turn. Minor with a tip. And Greg Anthony out of the pack with it. You could see Anthony definitely favors his left. Oh, monster dunk by Mason. And a foul on Cycli.
A great pass by John Starks. Watch this play. Transition fast break. Greg Anthony pulls it out. Starks inside. Smasher at the hoop.
7.
Oh boy, Bimbo Coles.
Shot out of the cannon. Bimbo Coles with 7 points off the bench. The Heat 10 of 13 from the field here in the second.
Tony Campbell.
7 for Campbell.
Yeah, and Glenn Rice was not far off Campbell.
Do that and you take away Greg Anthony. Here's Ewing for 2.
Hard to take away that guy's game.
Patrick Ewing with a dozen. The Knicks by 8. Cycli from Minor.
Nice play.
Didn't get the bounce. But a good find by Cycli. Here's Campbell again. Ewing with a rebound. Get either. Sally with a spinning move.
Good putback, John Sally. Took it right to the hole.
6 points here in the half for John Sally.
See if the Knicks go 2 for 1 here. If they do, they need a shot soon. There it is.
Made to order. John Starks with his 5th point. 34 seconds left in the first half.
So the Knicks should have 10 seconds at least, even if the Heat use all the time.
Oh, what a move by Coles.
Hey, Bimbo.
He is at an open lane. The Pep.
There's the double.
Long with a steal and a stroll.
Good rotation. Grant Long smelling the outlet. Got right in the passing lane. Got himself an open court layup.
Well, the start of the third quarter, sometimes a barometer. I like the way it reads for Miami a minute in. They're down by only 3.
Good cut by Starks. Nice play, Cycli.
Oh, but Oakley with an even better play to tip it home.
Yeah, that was left open because
Shaw able to gather in the rebound. Uh-oh. Starks with a great steal.
Yes, indeed. John Starks.
Looked like an NFL corner making the play. 7-point Knick lead. 9:40 left here in the third. Shaw hanging with Anthony. Oakley for Rice. Broken up.
No room. This guy.
Starks. Oh, he changed it nicely when Grant Long threw up the roadblock. 7. Ewing and Cycli. Excellent defense. And Patrick Ewing scores over it anyway. 16 for Ewing. Cycli shut out so far here in the third quarter.
Just continued.
Oh, what a sequence by Ewing. Out to pressure Long, and then he picks off the pass intended for Cycli. Rice had the open 3. Now Smith on the move. Got a nice shot.
Nice. Good change of pace move off the dribble, Steve Smith.
Smith with 10 points. 6 have come here in the third quarter. Miami down by 5. They continue to hang tough. Ewing to the middle. 18 for Ewing.
Ronnie Cycli signaling.
Ewing on the fade. Everything dropping for Ewing. 6 points in the quarter. 20 for the night. Ronnie. Sally, nicely done.
Well, those kinds of plays give a coach heart failure.
That's like riding the roller coaster without a seatbelt. Easy to chuckle about it from here.
Yes, it is. Different if you're on the sideline coaching the team. Oh, my. Glenn Rice. Both guys, Glenn and Sally, both went after John Starks as he went out to the wing. Can't do that, fellas.
Dave Mason, the free pass for the slam. 13.
He had a shot by himself. Oh, that's a nice pass. Oh, got to finish that one.
Mason with a bullet for Starks.
Boom. Shot. Nice transition play by the Knicks. Starks on the stuffer.
And a timeout to Miami. 2:52 left in the third. Was Anthony back to Starks.
Oh, that's good teamwork. Oh, great teamwork. Greg Anthony. He had a shot. He elected to go to Starks, who's a better percentage shooter from the edges.
And John Starks knocking down his 42nd three-pointer this year.
It's home.
Campbell with a left hand.
Oh, boy, that's some play. Tony Campbell.
9 points for the ninth-year man out of Ohio State.
Demonstrating some excellent agility on that play.
Now Keith Askins getting ready to come on, probably for Rice. Smith. Got it. Dave Smith. He has been blazing here in the third quarter. 10 of his 14 points in this period. 77-69, the Knicks. That's the time left in the third. Ewing got fouled. And he's 3 years in the All-Star game. Won't this year.
Orlando. The last time the two teams met. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's a bad pass.
Terrible throw by Sally, who wraps up Anthony for the foul. We see the veteran Herb Williams. So Bob Watt didn't get the jackpot, but he does get the Miller bag. Tony Campbell answers. On our next network game, February 14th, the shootout jackpot goes up to $233, so get your cards in today. Smith, long three. Rebound to Greg Anthony, with the Knicks leading 82-71.
Campbell.
84-71. 2 in a row for Campbell. Campbell got the bucket, and he got the foul.
Nice play.
Tony Campbell with 3 very huge hoops here in the fourth period.
And good execution against the heat trap. Orlando Blackman getting the ball in the middle. You see Campbell fake a pass as Blackman around that baseline screen stayed with him.
Oakley with a rare outside bound. 8 points tonight for Oakley.
He can shoot it from there, Eric. When he was with Chicago, he was a much more attentive scorer. Took all.
The more you watch this New York team, and the more you know that the Eastern Conference is wide open, the more you feel that this could be a championship team in New York. Charles Oakley now with 10.
The execution on that last play was top-notch. Doc Rivers had Oakley open by a fingernail. Got the ball to him right where he could use it.
Pat Riley has done another outstanding coaching job with his Knick team. Long got the basket, also got the foul. Charles Oakley picking up his played in 4 of the last 5 games. Here comes Harold Viner. Oh, he got all bottled up. Good defense by Herb Williams. Oakley for Campbell.
That's teamwork, folks. That's teamwork, big time. For Tony Campbell. That's a guy that didn't play in 16 of 19 games in a recent stretch. This Knick team is loaded. They lead by 20, 6:40 left. And here comes Campbell again. Oh, everything bouncing right for New York. Herb Williams' first field goal. Williams back for Campbell. Oh, the Knicks, you've got to admire the way they have played the game this evening. Askins, long 2. Coles. That's a nice play, Bimbo. Coles.
Uh-oh. 21 for Tony Campbell. 12 have come here in the final quarter where the Knicks have blown it wide open. 101-79. Timeout. The unselfish Doc Rivers setting Herb Williams up for his second hoop.
Doc Rivers, another team player on this team. Done a great job. Pat Riley's used him very well.
Knick players already walking off the court and to their dressing room. The New York Knicks blow out Miami. Their fourth straight. They do it handily, winning by 22.
Knicks.